Gemini, thanks for joining me today, and I have your reading for the 26th of January here for you. Let's have a look, see what the cards are saying. Hope you're all feeling great out there. Hope you're all feeling great. Let's just turn them over. Okay, let's see what this selection of cards have to say for you, okay? Now the cards have been shuffled prior to this, so let's have a look at what this is saying. Okay, now we have the Two of Swords, the Justice card in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Sun card. Now, what's going on in your head today, Gemini? Are you maybe a little bit conflicted about something? Your head is leading you in one direction and your heart's leading you in another. But the thing is that you don't really have enough information to make an informed choice. So, you're a little bit conflicted and you don't know which way to go. Now, because of this conflict, have you maybe, not wanted to make a decision on something? Because there seems to be a little bit of dishonesty going on here. Are you maybe not wanting to face whatever this dishonesty or this imbalance is? Could it be that there's a little bit of hypocrisy going on here? Do as I say, not as I do. And moving on to the Two of Cups, has this led to a great deal of, arguments? Have you maybe decided that the love that is there isn't really the one that you want? Is that where the conflict is coming in? Do you maybe have a different situation somewhere else where the dishonesty and hypocrisy is coming in? And this may not be the love that you really want. And it may have dawned on you today that this is the reality of the situation. Because there is a decision that has to be made here. There is some dishonesty going on. Are you maybe being a little bit unjust about how you're dealing with this person? And today could be the day that, all of this becomes clear for you. And once you've got that clarity and make a decision about something that may be difficult to do, but it's something that, you would have to do. Because making this decision is the only way that you're going to find happiness, because otherwise you're going to be in this flux of feeling conflicted and, a little bit dishonest and arguing all the time. So this little bit of clarity could help solve all of these things. Okay, now everything that I've said here, there was a few tangents about different options of what, the dishonesty and the decisions were. So there's a few different ways that this could play out. But whichever one it is, then please take care and, look for this happiness and this clarity to help you make whatever decision it is that you have to make. All right. See you later, Gemini. Bye. Hi, Libra. Thanks for being here today. Now, this reading is your daily reading for the 26th of January 2019. And as always, it's a general reading, so even if there's just one card from this that gives you a little bit of clarity, then that is grand. Okay, now these cards have been shuffled prior to this video, so let's see where these go. Okay, now we have the King of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Wands in reverse. Now, are you being quite harsh with your judgments for people that are round about you just now? And it could be that maybe you're being a little bit more disciplined and being a little bit more cruel in your assessments than you would normally be. Now, is that maybe because are you feeling that somebody has deceived you? Or maybe tricked you? And your own self-deception has done the rest? But regardless of which one it is, there's a deep disappointment within you that is promoting all of this negative behaviour. And apart from being harsh and cruel, and all of the negativeness that comes from this deep disappointment, are you very jaded now? Because you feel as though you've been tricked. And that's a very naive and childish thing that is your impression of what's happened, that you've been made a fool of. And you're really angry about this. It's not something that you have dealt with lightly because, your anger equates to the cruel punishments that you've been doling out. So there's a lot of anger and temper and jadedness that's going on in your head at this moment in time. So even though this is a pretty negative train of thought that's going through your head, and a lot of it is your attitude towards things and how you deal with things, that this is something that hopefully will be short term for you. But trying to go over, all of these disappointments and feeling that you appear childish is going to take a little bit of time to get over, and hopefully it won't take too long. All right, I'm going to leave it there, and please take care in whatever it is you're doing today. Please be kind to yourself and those round about you, because they may not have been directly involved in whatever this situation is. Okay, now even if this is not appropriate for you today, then even if one of these cards have helped you to understand something a little bit more, then that's the best that I can hope for. Okay, bye Libra. Aquarius, thanks for joining me today, and this is your reading for the 26th of January 2019. Now the cards have been shuffled, and I hope that you are all feeling fantastic today. Now this is a general reading, and hopefully the cards that will come forward for you will be relevant for you as an individual today. Oh, okay, that one's definitely coming out. Okay then, let's see what these cards have to say for you today. Okay, now we have the Strength card, the Temperance card, and the Two of Swords for you today, Aquarius. And is there a battle going on and you with your head and you know your feelings and maybe your aspirations? Because are you maybe battling the extremes of those feelings and thoughts and trying to stamp them down is just making the battle more intense? So the key here between these two cards is to try to find a balance. You know, to not ignore all of the negativities and the shadow side of things, but to try to integrate it and, you know, acknowledge that those parts of you are there. And when you do that, then you can begin to bring them into balance. You know, and it's something that takes a little bit of time to get used to because you have to work on your instincts, you know, and be kind to yourself. And, you know, try to be harmonious in your thoughts and feelings, which is difficult because in moving on to the Two of Swords, making decisions can be really difficult for you because your head and your heart could be pulling in two separate ways. And it could also reflect the extremes of your feelings or your thoughts. So there's a duality there that you're trying to balance out. And, you know, there is a conflict going on, and you feel as though you should be able to decide, you know, which path to go. But the key here is to find balance. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully this has maybe helped you look at things in a different way. All right, and if this reading is not for you today, then hopefully at least one of these cards can take your thoughts in a different path and help you with whatever it is that you need to bring into balance. Okay, bye for now, Aquarius. See you tomorrow.